Welcome back, everybody. Senator Bernie Sanders is quickly becoming the biggest draw of the 2016 presidential campaign, drawing 100,000 people to his rallies so far. This is according to the Washington Post. His campaign says more than 27,000 people in L.A. showed up to see him yesterday. About 15,000 showed up in Seattle on Saturday. But his biggest crowd yet, about 28,000 Sunday in Portland, Oregon. Joining me now is Shira Center, political editor for the Boston Globe. And Shira, a lot of people have been tweeting me after my Lincoln Chafee interview saying, where is the Bernie coverage? Where is the Bernie coverage? So, to everybody out there, we deliver. Here is the Bernie coverage. How do you think and why do you think that Bernie Sanders is organically becoming such a big draw?
Yeah, so I think this is so interesting because if you were to look up the definition of a politician up into a couple years ago, you'd probably imagine an older white guy from New England like Bernie Sanders. But I think part of the appeal of Bernie Sanders is he isn't that. He's a little different and he's very authentic. His hair is a mess. You know, he doesn't always speak eloquently like a lot of people we've heard running for president. You know, he's just a different kind of guy. But I think his appeal really does break down into two things: liberal discontent and economic frustration. I think there are a lot of liberals in the Democratic Party who are frustrated with Hillary Clinton and frustrated with Barack Obama's tenure in the White House, especially when it comes to environmental issues and even some economic issues. And then also, there is an economic frustration in this country right now. Democrats and Republicans agree on maybe just one thing in this entire presidential campaign, and that is the middle class is shrinking. Now, they differ on what to do about that, but Bernie Sanders has captured that anger right now, and he is running with it.
Well, it does seem as if he is your favorite uncle, you know, who shows up and helps you understand what's happening in the country, especially when it comes to putting things in perspective, like the middle class. As we look at the numbers and just talk about the draws here, we've got Hillary Clinton, her largest campaign event, brought in about 5,500. So how does the Sanders camp turn this physical enthusiasm of people actually showing up to see him and hear him into votes?
You know, it's cliche to say it, but it's true. The difference is money. You know, he can have all these people show up to these events and get great headlines from it, and he's doing that. But what he really needs is money, and he needs something he's completely sworn off, which is super PACs. He needs a big super PAC, like everyone else in the Republican Democratic field, to spend heavily to really make him look like more than just, as you put it, the uncle who comes to Thanksgiving and explains politics to all the teenagers at the table, right? He needs someone to really make him look like a viable candidate for the Democratic primary. And the easiest way to do that, campaign television ads.
And the endorsement he got from National Nurses United yesterday, is the Clinton camp very concerned about that? We heard Clinton talking about nurses yesterday.
Yeah, I think they might be a little bit concerned, but really that is not a huge endorsement in terms of the endorsement world. If I'm her, if I'm her campaign right now, I'm more worried about just the size of those crowds on the West Coast. Those are just massive.
The enthusiasm for him.
In August, believe it, August before the election year.
But it's not that hot. You know?
That's true.
Yeah.
Maybe that's it. Yes.
Shira Center from the Boston Globe. Shira, great to see you as always. Thanks so much.
Thank you.